Alright. Testing. What's up?
Utmost, stay dedicated, bleed it to the last drop. Cutthroat, death awaited, gunning for the top. Fighting tooth and nail until everybody drops. It's a pound of flesh to tip the scale, you're gonna pay or not.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Mad Signtist here, and I'm here to give you my Facebook marketing secrets. This is 2 years worth of lessons from pitfalls and errors and mistakes that I've made. Literally thousands of ad dollars spent experimenting, trying to find exactly what works. Right now I've got 37,000 followers on Facebook and 36,000 followers on Spotify. And, I'm here to tell you exactly how I got that done. I won't be vague about it at all. I'll tell you exactly what I did to achieve that. How I'm going to do that is telling you how to set up posts, how to do targeting, how to get followers, and how to do retargeting. All right? So, let's get right into it. First thing I want to talk about is setting up posts. All right? I know that you guys have probably seen a ton of other videos on YouTube telling you the same thing, how to set up posts and this, that. But it's crucial. And for those of you who haven't seen all of those videos, I would be doing you a disservice by not going over it first. Okay? So the first thing I want to talk about in your posts is the quality of content. Okay? The meat of your post. Right? See, you're going to want to use professional graphics, all right? Professional video, or professional looking graphics, or professional looking videos, all right? You don't want to snap a picture off of your Samsung, you know what I mean? Using your Instagram filters, or please do not use a photo of you with one of these Snapchat filters, okay? Please, no pushing your hip hop album with the dog face filter on right there, man. Just please don't do this, okay? This is horrible. Not only is it corny, but it looks very unprofessional. And immediately, if I'm going through, I'm not even gonna give it a second glance. I'm just gonna breeze right past it, you know. So I've got a graphic guy that I go through. He's awesome, you know. He does great quality work for me, and it's worth paying the money to have somebody do your work professionally and to do it well. It catches the eye for those potential fans. Okay. Something that I've been using a lot lately that I really enjoy using now is I use little snippets of my song as the content for my post. Basically what I'll do is I'll take just a verse from my song and I'll put it into a visualizer. Fruity Loops FL Studio has a great visualizer that you can use. So if you have Fruity Loops, utilize that. There's tons of videos online on how to create, and use the visualizer from Fruity Loops. So definitely, go that route if you have access to it. If you don't have access to it, there's plenty of producers out there who do have access to it, and I'm sure they have the ability to create you one if needed. This guy has the ability to create you one if needed, so hit me up if you're in need. All right, we'll talk. So what's cool, you use a snippet of one of your verses in it, but here's the thing. If you're going to be running it as an ad, you got to be really careful because there can't be any profanity in there. Facebook didn't used to care about profanity, but now they do. So just like with Google, you'll have to either have an edited version of your song, or you'll have to have a verse with no cussing in it. If you're going to edit out the cuss words in your song, you have to be like really precise about it, because like if you even leave a part of the word in there, it'll still kick back, it'll still bounce, they won't use it. They're really touchy about that stuff. But once you've got either a great graphic, you know, or you've got a song snippet, you know, for your content, you're on the right track. Really quick, if you're going to use a still photo, a still graphic, try to minimize the amount of text that you're putting inside of the graphic. Facebook penalizes your reach if you don't if you use too much text, and your reach is the amount of people that your post reaches out to. Like literally, that's what it means. So you need to make sure you keep it nil to none. I'm guilty of using text in almost all of my graphic ads, because usually it's the title, it's the, you know, my album cover, which has the album cover name and it's got my name on it, so there's text in there, and I've done, you know, pretty well collecting fans and getting good reach regardless of that. But I could potentially go further if I rearranged my graphics, and you could too. Now, talking about text, next I want to talk about the accompanying text that goes along with your post, that goes just above it, right? Keep this short and concise, right? That means give them the information without writing out a novel, okay? Please don't use 1,000 hashtags and 300 fire emojis to tell everybody about your new banger, okay? It looks horrible. It's unprofessional. I mean, and I don't want to be rude, but to me, it just looks trashy. You know, it doesn't look clean. And if I'm going through the news feed, I'm not gonna give it a shot. I really won't. You know, I'll just go right past that. If you want to use an emoji here or there, go ahead. I think the fire emoji's played out, but by all means, you know, to each their own. But if you're going to use it sparingly, all right? Less is more in this situation, okay? So keep the emojis, keep the text to a minimum, you know? What I usually do is I have nothing more than listen now, right? And then it'll be the link to my track, and then there'll be my hashtag, which is my motto, you know, gods don't die, right? That's what I put on my shit. Now, speaking about the link, because that's what you're going to be using if you're going to be driving traffic off Facebook. The link that you get from Spotify, you get from iTunes, like most of you guys know, is like a mile long. You know what I mean? And again, it doesn't look clean. It doesn't look professional. So what you want to do is use something like a smart URL or Google short links. You know, those are good, and just get a nice short link that you can put up there for your song link. It'll redirect to whatever you want it to go to. What I personally use is I go to Tone Den. I will leave a link in the description below for Tone Den, and they're great. They got tons of different things that you can use and you can utilize through them. You know, social unlocks and all kinds of things like that. But we'll talk about that at another time. What they'll let you create is called a fan link, and it is nice too because the URL is fanlink.to/ whatever you want it to be. Could be your artist name, your song name, your album name, whatever. And it looks really clean. It looks professional. I got turned on to it by Chris Webby's YouTubes. And the nice thing about it is they have analytics that are connected to that fan link. So when people click on it, you'll be able to see how many people are clicking on it, where those people are who are clicking on it, and not only that, but most importantly, what's happening once they do click on it. Are they just clicking on the link and then just staying there, or are they getting to their destination? You know, they're just clicking and then bouncing out. It's called a bounce rate. You know, they're just clicking and getting out of there, or are they clicking and they're getting all the way to where they need to get to, which is to your music, you know. So that's great information to have, invaluable information to have there. If you have multiple links, let's say you're releasing an album and you've got Spotify and you've got iTunes and you've got Deezer and you've got Google Play and you've got all of these different platforms that your music is available on, and you want to make sure that your fans have their choice of their preferred platform to use. What's really dope is this these fan links. You can enter in all of these different links, and ToneDen will create you this landing page that is just so clean. You know, it's got your artwork right there, and then it's got each one of the platform links that go down on it, and it's definitely, and you know the best part about this is it's free. That's a free service that you can use. They do have a paid member service where they add in all of this other extra stuff for all these other different things that you can do with it, which is great. It's awesome. But the fan link part of it is completely free. So very professional, looks very clean, get your people where it needs to get to. Plus they give you the analytics. I mean, that's just a treasure trove of artist resources there. You know what I'm saying? If you're using the ToneDen thing, you can use the multiple platforms like I just talked about, the multiple links that go to multiple platforms like I just talked about. But what's also great, what I really like to use is I just use a single link on those fan links, just one, right? And this has to do with my targeting, and we'll get into that a bit later. But if you use just the one single link, they don't go to your landing page. They get redirected directly to that link, right? Which means that your click-through rate for that particular fan link becomes 100%. And you don't have to worry about whether or not, you know, people are hitting that landing page and you're just chilling, or whether or not they're going all the way to where they need to get to, right? So that's all the time we got at this moment. I know I did mention that we're going to be talking about targeting, and that we're talking about getting followers. We're going to be talking about retargeting, but that's coming in the next video. All right, the next video we're going to talk about targeting. We're going to talk about getting followers. But I wanted to give you guys at least this beginner, at least this first, you know, the first steps. And the first steps is setting up that post, making sure that you got that quality content, keeping everything nice and clean and professional. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. All right. Share it with your friends. Let's get this knowledge out there. You know what I mean? There's no reason for, you know, us artists to be struggling, right? I know we keep hearing the struggling artist. There's no need for the struggling artist anymore, all right? We can do this, all right? I'm Mad Signtist. Gods don't die.
Utmost, stay dedicated, bleeding to the last drop. Cutthroat, death awaited, gunning for the top. Fighting tooth and nail until everybody drops. It's a pound of flesh to tip the scale, you're gonna pay or not. Can't be restrained to the plain mediocre. Blessed with divine to sustain the composure. I stay getting mine, it ain't over till it's over. From the bottom to the top, I guess you could say I'm bipolar. Ready to move up.